The left truly believes that threats and intimidation and violence are going to win the day for them. Over the weekend, on Sunday, a number of pro-abortion lunatics were disrupting masses. We're going to Catholic churches around the country. One group of these lunatics put on some Handmaid's Tale outfits and showed up in a Catholic mass at the cathedral in Los Angeles.
Without this basic right, women can't be free. Without apology, without this basic right, women can't be free. Abortion on demand and without apology. Without this basic right, women can't be free. Abortion on demand and without apology. Without this.
The symbolism here is actually perfect because these wackos have showed up during communion. So this is the holiest moment of the Mass when the priest is consecrating the host and he's saying, repeating the words of Christ, "This is my body which will be given up for you." And Catholics believe that at that moment, the bread and the wine is transformed through transubstantiation into the literal body and blood of Christ, so that God is in a very tangible way with you in the room. This is my body, which will be given up for you. And the pro-abortion activists bust in there at this extraordinarily sacred moment of the Mass, and they, ironically, invert the message. They say, no, this is my body, and your body, little baby, it's actually my body, and your body is going to be given up for me. This is my body. Peter Kraft, the philosopher, made this point. He said, the way that you know that abortion is the sacrament of the Antichrist is that even the sloganeering for it is the same. It's the same wording of the Eucharist itself, but with a blasphemously inverted meaning. This is my body. That's the chant that you're hearing all over the place. But instead of a man giving up his life for his friends, one man dying so that all may live, you have the opposite. You have people sacrificing their own children just for their own desires, just for their own, what they think will be for their own benefit. Actually will not be for their own benefit, but they don't understand that. So they're willing to do, the pro-abortion activists are willing to do just about anything. Nothing is too sacred for them to disrupt. No norm, no standard is to be held so highly in esteem that they're not going to violate it. Of course, that's what I said when the Supreme Court opinion leaked. I said, of course they leaked the opinion. These are people who kill babies. Of course they're going to leak. They don't care about a Supreme Court norm or standard. If you're willing to kill your child, you're willing to do just about anything. So what do we do about this? The reaction so far, generally speaking, from law enforcement has been hands off. Just like outside of Sam Alito's house. Oh, well, yeah, it's against the law to show up and intimidate judges and try to change their opinion, but hey, let's just be cool, right? We're not going to arrest anybody. Well, that's what they're doing here at this Mass. But what those protesters did is illegal. It is illegal to do that. It's ironic because it's a provision of a pro-abortion law that actually protects churches from these lunatics. It's the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act of 1994, prohibits the use or threat of force or physical obstruction that injures, intimidates, or interferes with a person seeking to obtain or provide an abortion. That same law also, to appease the pro-lifers when this was being passed, also prohibits people from doing all those things to exercise the First Amendment right of religious freedom at a place of religious worship. So what those wackos are doing is illegal. And do you know what we should do? There's two opinions on this. The squishes and the nice guys, they say, hey, let's just let it go. Let's just let them, do their thing, and it's silly, and then we'll just kind of ask them politely to leave. No, arrest them. This has gone on way too long. We have let this go way too far. If you want to stop a perverse and disordered behavior, you need to punish that behavior, okay? And this is really bad for our civil society. It's really bad for our system of law. You need to arrest these people and throw them in jail and teach them a lesson. Naughty, naughty, no showing up and screaming and disrupting Mass. Naughty, naughty, no terrorizing Brett Kavanaugh's children or Sam Alito's family or naughty, naughty, you're not going to do that anymore. And if you do, we're going to arrest you. And if you do it again, we're going to throw you in jail for longer. I'm so glad you liked that clip. Now, smash that bell, ring that like, Click that subscribe. Make sure you get all the notifications. Also, head on over to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, wherever you get your audio podcasts for free. Can you imagine? And get the Michael Knowles Show. Leave a 5-star review. We will see you next time.